Alrighty, hello and welcome to another Wingspan gameplay video. This is again a standard ELO match on the Wingspan tournament Discord. I am going first. I have Black-Headed Gull and Bonelli's Eagle, which are two birds which are extremely badass. And what else is there? Overcosted bird number 1, overcosted bird number 2. And the woodpecker, which counts for the first round goal, but doesn't do much on top of that. Would be relevant for this, but I'd rather take the falconer as I take Bonelli's Eagle to play at some point in the game. Yeah, I'll try to be happy, go lucky with a gull, which I think is a really powerful card, but it's also possible for the opponent to deny the advantage by simply spending their food early on. But that would be fine. I mean, there weren't really good alternatives on the starting end. I have to add, as an apology in advance, my opponent requested that we need to play it quickly. He doesn't know that I'm recording this, but I'll try my best to play quickly and still comment all the relevant stuff. So it's both for him and for you to watch a pleasant experience. Of the birds in the tray, I don't really need any. A bit too costly to really help me in the early game. So I'll play the gull on round 1, and then depending on his food situation, either draw a card, steal 1 food, or if he has spent all his food by then, I will instead lay eggs to be able to draw 2 cards. He has kept 2 food only, 3 birds, grub and mouse, black turn, which means he has a mouse left, which might disappear in the near future. So I go grab a card now and grab his rodent. So he doesn't take the... Okay, so this means he doesn't have a bird that costs 1 mouse only on the hand. He rather took a fish. He wants to play a second bird in the water. In case that costs 1 fish, I will deny that. Maybe this is also next level gaming and he actually needs something that is in the bird feeder now, but I don't care. I get a card in the food. If I accidentally help him, I'm fine with that. Of course I want to win this game, but I also don't want my opponent to quit Wingspan because he's been black-headed gulled, so for the time being, just continue as is. Now he has taken a berry. He's drawn birds. Still 1 food left. The birds I have drawn so far are not very... well, I mean, both need berries, so I can just continue. That's actually a nice combination with the Black-Headed Gull, because it turns the random, more or less random or untargeted food I get from my opponent into actually useful food. So I will stop randomly picking on my opponent's feeder now and instead slam the green hero. Eurasian Sparrowhawk. Okay. I will just lay eggs. For the first round goal, it might even be worthwhile to spend the egg drawing a card. Then I have only 2 actions left, which wouldn't allow me to play another bird. I could also play Green Heron, draw cards, including the canvas back. I won't get too spiky on the first round goal. I will participate for sure. Question is if I'm able to win it. To wing it. So without making any really great effort, my opponent can go to 3 birds with no eggs. Which means I will draw a random card first. This is a good boy. Does my opponent have another rodent? He has. Then actually I can grab this and another random card. I don't need the canvas back then. Then I can trade probably grain for mouse and grab mouse. And then I can play Golden Eagle into the water, giving me 3 eggless birds as well. It's remarkable how many 3-cost birds I draw. Where are the cheap forest birds that would help me gain food without stealing it? What's my opponent doing? Drawing birds. Okay. We play Golden Eagle here. Doesn't happen that often that I play Golden Eagle in the first round and also in the 3rd column. Oh, Yellow Hammer and Mute Swan. And they are up for grabs for him? Oh no! No! Please, no! He leaves the Yellow Hammer and also the Chickadee. I mean, I gain only 1 food per wetland activation. So I'd rather grab myself a little cheap forest bird. He also has grubs that I could feast on. So let's do that. These 2 are interesting. This one is tasty. In which order do I want to play this? In any case, I can trade this back anytime. Like this, like that. Mockingbird and Fish Crow. So he's probably drawing cards to get the Mockingbird because he cannot possibly allow me to team that up with a black-headed gull. And also he probably also doesn't want me to have Fish Crow. Just a very solid bird. I mean, my card drawing action is always kind of for free, so I would easily have taken them, but he also has taken them. I'm collecting birds of prey, and there's a cheap one, and I need cheap forest birds. Is that worthwhile? Might be, but I also... Nah, that bird is too mediocre. I cannot do that. On the other hand, my opponent has a berry left, right? I mean, the robin is the best food generator I have in hand. So if I draw cards now, I can get a berry and play the robin next turn. And this way I can quite cheaply get the hawk. Eat a yummy towie. Skip that. Steal that. So 5 actions left. The round goal is eggs in cavity nests. He has played a raven. Interesting. Also dangerous. He has also got a mockingbird. That won't be a lot of fun. Good that we didn't try to get the Oriole down, because with a raven the food gaining on his side will not take place anymore. So the big question is, can I get some yellow hammering and round goal participation? That won't be easy. Now that's a problem, actually. The problem in playing the robin first is I still don't have any cavity nest on the board. I don't have eggs to play my cavity nest birds. I mean, yeah, I could play the Oriole, but I just discussed why I don't want that. The good thing about the raven is he will almost always have food in their supply, so I can get a munchkin there. I could just screw the round goal, I guess. He will get 3 points. I will get 5 points, and I will get 0. That's especially if I want to get the chickadee into play still, then it's kind of bad. So how can I participate in the round goal? If I get food, maybe get 3 food, then I have 3 actions left. Then I need to lay eggs. Play bird, lay eggs, so I can participate. But I can only equalize, I cannot go up front. There is just no way. Okay, yeah, we are still doing that. So grab this, discard something useless, grab this, get this. Eggs, bird, eggs. No. So I mean, I don't know, actually. It depends a bit on what he will be doing. Oh, okay. Raven, Franklin's Gull. So that will be annoying as hell. Also, he now can win the round goal quite safely. This means it's not about equalizing the round goal, but only 2 or 0 points for me, and it's nothing to do with what he's doing. I mean, I would force him to keep more eggs, but actually, I think in order to fight that Raven Franklin's engine, I need to be better than that. I need to get Yellowhammer down, lay eggs, and start profiting from the Yellowhammer right now. I actually got 2 actions, so when with the round goal screwed, it wouldn't actually be necessary to play the chickadee. We could also play something else. The hawk is a 5-point bird for us, but the chickadee will probably also be a 5-point bird. But the hawk then again also scores some points on average with activation. Maybe I want both of them to go. It's difficult. I don't know. I mean, the obvious thing to do is I need to lay eggs. And in order for this action to be not as crappy, I will also lay a 3rd egg because I can grab food with the next action, either by drawing cards or by just gaining food, but I like drawing cards more. If he has... now precisely he doesn't have any food left, that's a pity. Then drawing cards is not an option. I mean, it sort of still is, because I can still play Bonelli's Eagle. But nah, I just play grab food to play a bird. Take this. I won't play this. Reroll. Grab. Another grab. Then let's just gamble. Get this one down and hope for the best. Some value, please. Oh, that's value. That's nice. With that much of a resource boost, I can maybe fight back the incredibly powerful wetland, grassland as he just is about to develop. It might be worthwhile to draw the Northern Shoveler because it has a lot of egg spaces. Then again, I'm not very good at laying eggs and I will have a hard time to fill the 6 slots that I have, so it's probably not worth it. Just play another bird, probably in the forest. Of course, with a honey buzzard, I might not need to gain food that often, which means that the chickadee is declining in value. And I would absolutely love another bird that can live in the wetland in order to get better card drawing. The shoveler is also relevant for the last round goal. Maybe I should just draw cards, but then the problem remains he doesn't have any food at their disposal. That's a difficult one. Never mind. It's still a good food to point ratio with my bonus card, so I just slam this. And I will probably not play the chickadee anymore. That's a really interesting game. So I'm a bit in the oh shit mode, given the birds he has played here. But he only... I mean, he does a lot with these 3 birds, but it's only 2 food per turn. And that's the angle that I have. Generate more food, get more birds on the board. I even have a shot in contesting the last 2 round goals, because they cannot... If they lay eggs, they also have to spend them. So Carrion Crow is a very nice bird. It's totally conceivable that it will have 8 to 10 points at the end of the game. Also, I don't want him to have it, so drawing these. I don't have that many eggs, so I don't spend an egg here. Tasty woodpecker. Changing this for that. Do I need berries? I don't think so. Let's just grab grub. Indigo bunting. He could probably grab and play that in order to be a better food gainer. No, right. He has the mockingbird. Yeah, that'll be a problem. But still, not much I can do about it. Play another bird so that at least my next laying eggs action is not as bad. We also need to grab food once in order to activate the yellow hammer, so I could just grab the grain that I need for the shoveler. Of course, I'd love to get Bonelli's Eagle down so that my Carrion Crow is an extra point. The Collared Dove, oh, that's interesting. If I'm lucky with the honey buzzard, the dove can generate a lot of points. Yeah, I think I'll be taking that. This one, a random one, tasty Finchy. Okay, this way I could also trade. Maybe I want to maintain a chance to get that one down. Grain is probably the thing I need most. Lazuli bunting, so his engine is complete. Do I have cup nests? Yes, I do. That's okay. I need to do less spectacular things because I need to lay eggs for Yellowhammer. I need to get food for Yellowhammer, so not much of a choice here. I think I will first activate the end of round ability of the honey buzzard, because if that hits very well, it might be worthwhile to play the colored dove. If it doesn't hit well, it might also be worthwhile to play Shoveler or even Bonelli's Eagle. But for Bonelli's Eagle, I would need to eat either the dove or the Shoveler, or spend a mouse. None of which is very appealing to me. So I need to grab food. I cannot discard cards. I need these probably. This doesn't work. I get another grain. So at least it looks like I would be able to win this end of round goal, which would mean that I couldn't possibly play the Shoveler. So what did it do? Spotted Owl, okay. So I need to stay at least 3 eggs in the wetland. So let's start with this. This is not hitting very well this time. I will get food again, which sounds like a song by The Who. Also it doesn't. The Bonelli's is an extra point with a Carrion Crow. But I think the colored dove will be more extra points actually. So just 2 points for them, and then use Yellowhammer to play colored dove. Spend this egg, important. Then activate this one to feed a lot of food. So how many ground nests does he have? 3 at the moment. I have 2. God knows why I put the eggs on the heron instead of the gull. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to lay eggs anyway. But it might matter if I played a large amount of extra birds. Yeah, I mean, the chances are high that it doesn't matter, but still not the best play. So I think I would be interested in still playing the shoveler, as it is a 7-point bird and might help with a round goal. There's also a ferruginous hawk, which is a 8-point bird for me in the tray, but actually it's maybe not what I'm looking for. Yeah. Food on his side. Existing. Bird feeder is a catastrophe. I cannot use any of these, which would suggest that I go grab food first and then trade the food away that I don't need. This and that. I will even use this. Doesn't matter much. Hunting a chiff-chaff, grabbing a grub. Cerulean warbler. It's also not a ground nest, which is fine. How many cards do I need? 2 extra cards for Bonelli's eagle are enough. I don't need to discard. So that will be fine. Just give me 2 cards. Interesting. This is fine. This is also fine. This is a trade for grain. Oh. Yes, but this doesn't matter. I mean, a little bit maybe. Depending on the role of the honey buzzard, it might be a problem. So by the way, I found another ground nest bird, which is also bird of prey, so it's actually 6 points for just 1 food, which might be better than playing the shoveler. It's actually 7 points because we have the carrion crow. Yeah, so then it's definitely better to play the willet instead of the shoveler. Let's play it here, and then we could have actually play the shoveler in addition. What's he doing? Barrow's Goldeneye, which is also not a ground nest. So if we use the last 2 actions to play shoveler and lay eggs, but this bears the risk of not being able to play the Bonelli's eagle, which would be devastating. Because for egg laying, And it is relevant that I put the eggs on the wrong bird. If there was an egg left on the black-headed gull, this would be the most obvious and easy play. But this way it's not. Damn it. Also this cost, no, I cannot risk it. Also the food that we have is relevant for the colored dove, so under the assumption that we don't roll 5 grubs here, I think I'll be fine to share the round goal and not gamble with the 11-point bird that the 13-point bird that I have in hand. So screw the shoveler. But this was a very expensive mistake. The 3 eggs here, that was so stupid. It always pays to play for the off chance of it being relevant. Wouldn't have cost me anything. I mean, some brain capacity maybe. But I could have spent that. There's brain capacity left. It's not that late. Annoying. So I know if I lose this, I will know where I lost it. Wait a second. What is our last action, by the way? Probably playing the Eurasian hobby, right? Because that's another... do I have enough eggs to spend? Yes, I have. Now that's 6 points, 7 points with the carrion crow, which is a gross net 5 points, which unfortunately I cannot do better at the moment. There's no bird that I can play this on top of for value, so just play this, it doesn't matter where. Spend 2 eggs, slam it there. So start with a yellow hammer, play Bonelli's here. I hope that the payment works. Change it, 1 mouse, 2 cards. And bam. Eggs can go from here and there. Then we want this one. Oh, that's a pity. But good that we didn't count on it. It would have destroyed the Bonelli's eagle. If we had played the shoveler, we would have needed 2 grubs. Then we put 5 food on that boy. And we stuff the last 2 food into that boy. Sheesh, what a game. I feel that I will be behind like 2 points or something. And I'll be responsible for that myself. Yeah, this is where I lose the game. Ah! Oh! Wow! Sheesh, what a game! Lucky for me that my stupid mistake didn't hurt. Wow, that was a good one. Hey, cool. Happy that I had a happy ending. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time when we lay eggs and tuck cards and cash food and play birds and whatever. Take care and goodbye.